Good morning, guys. This is Alan here again, and today we'll be talking about this Vertex Pharmaceutical Incorporated. This company is something that I have my eye on for a long-term add on my portfolio. So the reason why is it focuses on like it's a pharmaceutical company. It's one of the things. I think it's also good for diversity. So we already have Microsoft, we have Next Air Energy, so we have like AI and tech, we have renewable energy, and now we're walking to the pharmaceutical field. So I like to diverse my portfolio, and I think that's something that I really agree on that you should do. You shouldn't have all your eggs in one basket, unless you have like insider information. But sadly, I don't. But I just want to go over this Vertex Pharmaceutical, or VRTX for short. This company. So if you guys want to check it out, you guys can do your own research on it. It's a pharmaceutical. It's a very big company, and I have a personal bias towards it. I think this is a very good company that I can see long-term growth with, right? And it's been kind of solidified as one of the giants of the pharmaceutical world. Um, but using what ICT concepts or smart money concepts, but mainly ICT concepts. I think they just renamed that. That's another story for another day. I'm looking at this new day opening gap here, or this gap here in price, and I'm looking at price to trade lower into this. This is off the weekly, and I know we just took out these lows here, relatively equal lows here, took that out, and took out this low here, right? Traded lower, so we're expecting some type of level retracement. In my eyes, I'm looking at this level, or you see there's a gap here as well. Let me get that rectangle for you guys. So there's a little gap there. I'm gonna change the color of that, so you guys can see a little better. Let's do like purple. Okay, so we'll go on a lower time frame. We'll look at that. But this to me is a breaker. Price came down lower, price moved away, take out this high here, drop lower, breaks through that low right there. So now I'm looking at this area as level of resistance for price to kind of come back up and then move lower. Or if it just wants to kind of just move low from here, that's fine. I'm looking to buy anywhere below the bottom of this. So like anything below like 422. Let's see when this closes. 422. Yeah, anything below 422, I think it's fair game for me to buy. Ideally, I don't think it's gonna take out this low here. I just think this is a very, very deep retracement, and already to create a stop run in price here. And price looks like it just wants to draw into this level on the weekly, right? So we'll go into the daily right now. So on the daily, there's also this huge gap here, right? And I kind of want to do the constant encroachment of this gap, 422, okay? Or it should be lower actually, right there, 420, 419.25, right? So it's the close of this, 447.50, and then the open of this, okay? The open is 391, 419.25. So anything below this level here, I think this is fair game for me, and I think this is where I want to kind of get in the level of period like extremely discount. I also think I'm gonna just keep this. I hold this for long term. The reason for this drop is just they just missed earnings or like their annual report, and then I think there's another like $100 million lawsuit against them, and the research was paused. So all that allowed for markets to kind of just send this a lot lower. Just be aware, like I said, it could retrace higher and then drop lower. So I will be looking for that. I'm not saying it will get down here, but if it does, it's kind of where I'm looking to add for long term, right? If it doesn't, then I'll just adjust my analysis for later. But yeah, this would be the next company that I have on my watch list. Like I said again, this is not financial advice. It's something I wanted to do to show you guys how I would look at the charts and what I would use. I think stocks is a little bit more straightforward. If you find big companies that are legitimate and like solidified, you already have the bias that's going to be bullish, unless there's something that's going on like inside their internals that we know, like the public doesn't really know about, and they're going to go bankrupt or whatnot, or like the numbers are the fraudulent. But besides that, most of the time you already have the tip that's going to be bullish, right? Obviously we're looking at the highs up here, relatively equal highs, very, very solid. We see price kind of retraced into this level, into level premium, and then sent it lower, right? Like I said, equal lows here, ran it out, traded below this. All right, there's a new week opening. There's a new day opening gap here, or like maybe a new week opening gap, ideally. But looking at price, I want to see this. Oh, this is a new week opening gap. Sorry, I was on a weekly. I said new day opening gap, but this is a new week opening gap. So looking at price to continuously to drop lower, drawing towards this area here. You know, like I said, get below the 50 of this daily gap, and I want to see what they can do here. So this is the ideal level where I want to potentially buy. You know, get into price here, and then kind of hold long term for this company. But with that, that should be it for this company here. This is something that I was looking at. I was doing a little bit of research on pharmaceuticals, and this is a company I kind of wanted to go with, right? If you guys have any questions, like I said, just drop it down below, or you guys want me to review a company or a stock that you're like, hey, I like this company and I want to see if you can do your analysis on it. Sure, right? But this is something I was looking at very, very simply. If you just want to just draw the fib, you could, but you can just kind of ballpark it. It's the 50, right? Trade back into premium here and then send it lower again, try to get to the 70 level, right? Like 419 is what I'm looking at. But yeah, like I said, with that, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.